Welcome to the Advanced Dual Health and Life Coach certification. Today we're discussing specialized coaching topics in health and wellness, more specifically about the blue zone longevity and practices in coaching. Introduction. The blue zones are regions of the world where people live significantly longer and healthier lives. These areas include Okinawa, which is in Japan, Sardinia, which is in Italy, Nicoya, which is in Costa Rica, Caria, which is in Greece, and Loma Linda in the USA. People in these zones exhibit lower rates of chronic diseases and enjoy exceptional longevity due to specific lifestyle practices. Coaches can use these principles to guide the clients towards improved health, vitality, and fulfillment. Key takeaway: longevity is shaped by lifestyle, environment, and purpose, not just genetics. Let's look at some key points. Principles of blue zones. 1. Power of 9 principles. These are the 9 foundational habits observed in the blue zone populations. Move naturally. Physical activities integrated into daily routines. Example, gardening, walking, and chores. Example, a client working walking meetings into their daily schedule. Example, you don't need a gym to move, you can make life your workout. Purpose, known as Ikigai in Japan or Plan de Vida in Costa Rica, having a sense of purpose adds up to 7 extra years of your life. Let's have a look at this diagram. Move naturally, purpose, downshift, 80% rule, plant slant, wine at 5, right tribe, loved ones first, and belong. Example, a retiree finds purpose by mentoring young professionals. Example, when you wake up with purpose, you wake up with energy. Downshifting. Stress reduction rituals like meditation, prayer, or taking naps prevent inflammation and chronic disease. Example, a stressed professional adopts a daily gratitude journaling practice. 80% rule, which is Hara Hachibu. Eat until 80% full to avoid overeating. Example, a client uses smaller plates during meals to naturally reduce their portion sizes. Example, stop before you're full, your gut will thank you later. Plant slant. Diets are overwhelmingly plant-based, focusing on vegetables, legumes, and whole grains. Example, a family swaps out meat-heavy dinners for meal rich in beans and fresh vegetables. Wine at 5. Moderate alcohol consumption, particularly red wine, is common except in Loma Linda. Example, a client enjoys 1 glass of red wine with dinner and swaps sugary drinks for herbal tea or other diets. Belong. Regular participation in faith-based or spiritual communities adds years to your life. Example, a client joins a community group to foster connection and a sense of belonging. Family first. Longevity thrives in close-knit families where children care for aging parents. Example, a client dedicates 1 evening weekly for family dinners. Example, stronger families build stronger health. It starts at home. Right tribe. Maintaining a supportive social circle that encourages positive behaviors. Example, a client surrounds themselves with friends who share health-driven goals. Example, your health reflects the habits of the people closest to you. Techniques for applying the blue zone principles in coaching. 1. Personalizing movement. Help the clients integrate natural movement into their lifestyles. Example, you can suggest walking instead of driving a short distance or gardening as daily activity. Example, make the movement effortless. It's about small, sustainable changes. Have a look at this diagram, which looks at the power of 9. 2. Creating awareness around eating. Encourage mindful eating practices like chewing slowly and savoring flavors. Example, a client practices hara hachibu by placing their fork down between bites. 3. Building social support. Facilitate the creation of health accountability groups or wellness circles. Example, a client forms a walking group in their neighborhood. Example, connection isn't just emotional, it's medicine for the body and mind. 4. Purpose-driven goal setting. Work with the clients to clarify their personal sense of purpose. Exercise. Have them write a purpose statement and connect it to their wellness goals. Example, purpose adds years to your life and life to your years. 5. Stress management techniques. Incorporate breathing exercises, yoga, or nature walks into coaching strategies. 5. Stress management techniques. Incorporate breathing exercises, yoga, or nature walks into coaching strategies. Example, a busy parent practices a 5-minute breathing technique before bedtime. 6. Spiritual and community engagement. Encourage consistent participation in spiritual practices or volunteerism. Example, a client begins attending weekly community service events to foster connection. Example, contribution is the heart of well-being. It's how you stay connected to humanity. Implementing Blue Zone practices in coding. Step number 1 is assessment. Use a lifestyle audit to evaluate the client's habits and areas of improvement. Example question, what does your daily movement look like currently? Step number 2 is setting actionable goals. Break down the power of 9 principles into specific realistic goals. Example, walk 5,000 steps daily this week, then increase to 7,000 next week. Step number 3 is creating a support system. Help the clients identify their tribe for accountability and support. Examples suggest joining a book club or attending a local fitness class. Step number 4 is monitoring progress. Revisit goals regularly and celebrate small wins. Example, you track weekly plant-based meals added to a diet plan. Example, this isn't about progress, not perfection. Celebrate every step forward. Let's have a look at some summary tables. Table number 1 looks at all of the power of 9 principles. Let's have a look at one of the examples, which is 80% rule. One actionable habit is that you can stop eating at 80% fullness. Example, you can place the fork down between bites. A health and wellness benefit is that it prevents overeating and supports digestion. A coaching tip is that you can say use mindful eating techniques to normalize hunger signals. Let's have a look at one more, which is belong. The main actionable habit is joining and engaging with a faith or community group. Examples in practice is by attending weekly spiritual gatherings or voluntary meetups. Health wellness benefits is that it enhances mental health and overall life satisfaction. And a coaching tip is to say helping clients explore shared values within community circles. Table number 2 talks about the diet practices. Let's have a look at some diet habits, foods to focus on, foods to limit, health impact, and some practical implementations. Let's have a look at natural whole foods. Foods to focus on would be seasonal fruits and vegetables, and you should be using foods to limit diagram. Foods to limit, highly processed foods or artificial additives. Health impact is that it boosts the nutrients and your absorption and digestion. Practical implementation is that you can shop at the farmers' markets for fresh whole produce. Table number 3 talks about the longevity and lifestyle factors. Let's have a look at some factors which contribute to this, some example behaviors we commonly see, impact on longevity, what the coaches should be promoting, and some measured progress. Let's have a look at routine movement. Routine movement, one example behavior is integrating practical, unforced physical activity. The impact on longevity is that it supports mental sharpness and muscles into late age. What coaches should be promoting is walks, gardening sessions, or micro exercise correction tweaks. Measurable is by measurable energy gains, less fatigue or atrophy signs. Take a moment to have a look at the rest of the table. Table number 4 looks at the stress reduction techniques. Let's have a look at some techniques, the effort level it takes to put those techniques into use, specific benefit, example implementation, and some coaching applications. Let's have a look at yoga/stretching. The effort level is moderate, and the specific benefit is that it enhances mindfulness, flexibility, and stress resilience. Example implementation is that you can learn simple poses like downward dog or guided yoga videos. Coaching application, you can pair yoga sessions with light wellness goals for movement and stress relief. Take a moment to have a look at the rest of the examples. Table number 5 looks at social connections. Let's have a look at the connection types, example engagement, health/wellness benefits, actionable tip for the clients, and some coaching recommendations. Let's have a look at one of the examples, which are wellness accountability groups. These are basically by forming walking or fitness groups in the neighborhood as one of the examples of engagement. The health benefits is that it boosts motivation and adherence to the health-based goals. Actionable tips, you can pair physical movement with social bonding for double benefits. Some coaching recommendations is that you can suggest group text chats for encouragement outside the activity sessions. Take a moment to have a look at the rest of the examples. Let's have a look at some MCQs now. Take some time to read and answer question number 1 and 2. Take a moment to have a look at question number 3 and 4. Take a moment to have a look at question number 5. Thank you.